Jets, Falcons. This is what was so crazy about yesterday. It was a 15-hour day, and it started off at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, or even earlier if you were watching our pregame show. And I don't know if the Jets knew when it started, because the Falcons came right out and were up 17-0 early. That's Kyle Pitts with his first touchdown reception, first of many, many more. But the Jets, they clawed their way back. Here we go. It's an interception before they get that opportunity. It's picked. At this point, you're like, let's just not do the thing. They came all the way back. They had a shot. They don't. Falcons win 27-20. H, shout out. A guy named H was the performer at halftime. Tore it up at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Eagles, Panthers, Jalen Hurts and the Eagles trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Fourth quarter, Eagles trailing 18-13, second and goal at the 6. Jalen Hurts runs in there for a 6-yard TD. Eagles would convert the 2-point conversion to take a 21-18 lead, and then Sam Darnold on the ensuing drive. First and 20, throws it up, and it is intercepted by Steven Nelson. Sam Darnold finished 21 for 37, 177 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions, man. 3 picks. Hat trick the wrong way.
All right, let's go to Vegas. H was discovered by a guy named Stormzy, apparently. He's got a song called New Eyes and Jam Dog.
Stormzy's big over there, seriously.
Sure.
Big over here.
There we go. Justin Fields is big in Vegas. He's never thrown a touchdown pass. Now he has. Jesper Horsted back in the end zone. Fields said, boom, he took a big hit. He said, I always bring toughness to the field. But on the offensive side, the Raiders didn't have it. Now, obviously, they've had a very strange week with their head coach, and then they're at home. They're supposed to be lighted up. But Khalil Mack, I don't know if you guys know, this is a history between Khalil Mack and this franchise, and Mack has been one of the best players in the league this year. Also in this game, he was ferocious. 14-3. Why do the Raiders have 3 points? Well, because they're doing things like that. DeAndre Houston Carson picks it. Guys, a lot of things came crashing down. Derek Carr is not going to win the MVP. The Raiders are not going to run away with the AFC West, but they are going to give it to Josh Jacobs. Get up! Touchdown! A little banged up early in the season. Eddie Jackson thought it was a fumble. The ref said otherwise. So you score. The Raiders are clawing their way back into it, but on a 4th and 5, down 8 points when they have to have it, Derek Carr to just kind of nobody.
Oh, boy.
Wrong page, incomplete. Look at Carr afterwards. That was the real story of that game, as was that man. But the Bears, 20-9. How about the Bears at 3-2 after all the BS that they've been through? Big win.
The Raiders are 3-2. You mentioned it, shots of Jon Gruden. There's an overwhelming storyline over what's going on the field. So let's bring in Will Selvin now to give us more on what's going on with that Raiders team and the report from Friday surrounding their head coach, Jon Gruden. Will, take it away.
All right, thank you, Kay, and guys, good morning to all of you. The Raiders lost to the Bears, as you mentioned, secondary to the news that came out about head coach Jon Gruden over the weekend. The Wall Street Journal reporting Gruden made derogatory and offensive comments about NFL Players Association Executive Director DeMairice Smith in an email back in 2011 when Gruden was employed by ESPN. The NFL saying in a statement about Gruden's comments, quote, the email from Jon Gruden denigrating DeMairice Smith is appalling, abhorrent, and wholly contrary to the NFL's values. We condemn the statement and regret any harm that his publication may inflict on Mr. Smith or anyone else. After the game Sunday, Gruden addressed what many considered to be racist comments about Smith.
All I can say is I'm not a racist. I can't tell you how sick I am. I apologize again to D. Smith, but I feel good about who I am and what I've done my entire life. And I apologize for the insensitive remarks. I had I had no racial intentions with those remarks at all. But yes, they can. I'm not like that at all. But I apologize. I don't want to keep addressing it.
Smith said in a statement to the Wall Street Journal, quote, this is a thick-skinned job for someone with dark skin, just like it always has been for many people who look like me and work in corporate America. Meanwhile, Raiders running back Josh Jacobs saying Gruden had a team meeting to address the situation and says he trusts Gruden and says, quote, people grow. Well, still to come here on Good Morning Football.
This was the best game I've seen all year. It was better than Wilder versus Fury. D'Angelo, you played defense.
And I love defense.
Can I quickly ask you, when they missed that
extra point?
Yeah.
Were you like, because you're
Which
Mr.
one, Kay? There were two of them.
I
know the one you're talking about.
The last one.
I know. I'm like, we need college overtime in this game. We need Vern Lundquist on the call.
Or did you find
terrified?
Got this.
No, terrified.
I wasn't as nervous this time.
I was nervous for Lions fans. That was later.
Yeah.
Hey, that is 100% my question. Does anybody play defense or care about defense? I know you don't, Kyle, but I mean, come on. At some point, guys, we got to guard Mike Williams, right? We got to stop this run game from Cleveland. I mean, it was like, dude, we knew what was coming, but we could not stop it.
Yep.
But that's what happens when you face really good football teams. And, you know, I don't think I lost a lot of respect for Cleveland, knowing some of the injuries that they had to overcome. You know, this is a dogfight. You know, in the league, sometimes you just match up with two opponents and you go shot for shot, and whoever has the ball last has that opportunity to win the game. And so when I left this game, though, I mean, by far one of the most exciting ones I've seen in a long time. But it did leave me kind of wondering, like, guys, like, come on, can we get just a little bit of defense, just a shred of defense here? But, man, just great quarterback play, great offense.
And great coaching. This guy, Staley, is playing and coaching like a man who knows there's 20 years of bad history with the Chargers. It's incredible to watch. And I don't know if the analytics gurus are sick to their stomach or they're applauding it, but they go for it on 4th down. They go for it on 2-point conversion, which by the binder, sometimes these 2-point conversions, they don't make sense, but he's almost doing it by like a feel, and it's working. They had a 4th and 4 they went for it, they got it. They had a 4th and 7, they went for it, they got it. And then all these 2-point conversions, yeah, the run failed, but like the fact they went for it in the 4th quarter, yeah, they had 2 missed extra points. They're not letting that kill their spirit. They're not letting that set them astray, which is what they usually had done. Those things are happening, but they're overcoming it with really, really aggressive play calling.
You think that he's doing that a little bit on purpose? Like,
I think so.
A little bit to make this team more confident?
And I've spoken to people in the Chargers organization who are like, stop with that. You know, that is not true. This is ridiculous. Stop saying that.
I like it.
Some are saying that are like in charge. They're like, don't pull that stuff. Don't bring up Nate Kading. Don't bring up Marlon McCree. It doesn't matter to these guys. I think you have to go out of your way to be aggressive. We're showing missed extra points. That didn't kill him yesterday.
No.
And that's a rarity in Chargers history. Usually you miss the kick and it's like, here we go. Nope.
Herbert got the ball back and he delivered the knockout punch.
He did.
He really did. Somehow, Derwin James had 17 tackles and a sack, and I don't remember any of them. Packers-Bengals, thought that game was weird? Check this out. We're going to jump into this action with 26 seconds left in regulation. That's where we're starting the highlight. Because it's 22-22, and Evan McPherson, who's been drilling him at the buzzer all season, he's a rookie. 22-22, 57. All right, so he pushed off the doink. That's fine. But you left 21 seconds for Rodgers. Rodgers has this player who wears number 17. His name is Davante Adams. He finished with 206 yards receiving. How many did you finish with? 206. So we got it. Get down. You bring in the old graybeard Mason Crosby, and it's another Rodgers win. Sorry, Cincinnati. Crosby. Wait, oh, he missed it. It was crazy. Free football. Let's go to overtime. All right, so Mason misses one. That's fine. He'll get the next one if he gets an opportunity. But then Joe Burrow throws an overtime interception. Totally blows the game. So you bring out Mason Crosby. He adjusts it, and then... Oh, no. That one wasn't even close, Mason. Now, we've seen Crosby have a day before, a few years back. You remember. So now Cincinnati gets a shot. 22-22. Jamar Chase, who's like, is Davante Adams even better than me? I don't know. I'm really good. So now we have another shot. Bring out the kid again.
This is the wildest.
McPherson, now watch this ball. Let's get each other and watch the flag on the other. Now watch the cutaway of McPherson. He goes, yeah, we beat the Packers. Wait, what? It wasn't in? No, dude. You didn't make the kick. Look at that switch.
Moving on him.
Right. You don't get points for hitting the flag. I'd be open to entertaining it, and so would Dan Cortez, but we don't have him on the phone right now. 22-22 in overtime. We may have a tie, but Rodgers on 3rd and 16 goes to Cobb.
Oh my God.
His bro. That's why he brought him in. So Crosby, oh my God, he's missed 3 straight kicks. Are you going to do another one? Nah. Nailed it. And watch the body language afterwards right here. He's like, I don't know.
My bad.
Aaron Jones was asked, what did you say to Crosby before the kick? He said, I told you I love you. Which I think what the two of them are saying, look how cool Joe Burrow is. I mean, he wasn't great in overtime or anything, but damn, he is a competitor.
You surprised they let Crosby go out there?
Yeah, they had a 4th and short. And I'm like, go for it. LaFleur said, no, we'll kick it. And I guess it was the right call. 25-22 in a weird one. Packers 4-1.
I loved it. I thought it was so entertaining. The chemistry between Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams, unmatched. They get themselves the win as we bring in Ian Rappaport to give us some news updates here. We did have some injuries in this one. Joe Burrow, after the game, a little concerning stuff. What's going on?
Yeah, kind of an odd injury. We saw Joe Burrow go down and get shaken up, I believe, on a Darnell Savage hit kind of early in the game, went to the tent, seemed to be fine, didn't miss a play, then played, as we just saw, many quarters, and then an additional quarter at the end. And then after the game, he was transported to a local hospital for what the team is calling a potential throat contusion. Joe Burrow was having difficulty speaking, did not speak to reporters after the game. As of right now, it's tough to determine the severity of this, or the fact that he played the entire game despite clearly feeling uncomfortable might make you think that this is not something major. But obviously, when we get an update on Burrow and the local hospital and what happened after the game, we will bring it to you.
Sending him all of our love from Good Morning Football. Thank you so much, Ian. Don't go anywhere. I will tell you why Dan Campbell totally won me over. We'll talk about the NFC, the Cardinals, our head-scratching moments, our espresso shots. We'll be dishing out our game balls. Nate Burleson joining the